Hey you guys, what's up? My name is Megan. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a get ready with me featuring the KKW Camo palette. We're also going to kind of be chatting about like the brand in general, what we think is next, just all the craziness that has happened with KKW Beauty and your thoughts and my thoughts and yada yada. I thought it would be fun. I think I'm just going to do the eyes with you guys and then I'll probably do the base off camera. Have yet to decide. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, if that sounds like a good time to you, stay tuned. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so that you're notified of all my future uploads. And of course, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I came in a little bit closer. I thought that might be more helpful. I don't really know. And yeah, like I mentioned, we're using the KKW Beauty Camo palette. It is stunning. Like literally, it is so pretty. I'm glad that I picked it up. The first shade I'm going to go in with is this more light creamy shade here. And that's what I'm going to use to set the base. I've already primed my eyes and got soap cooking in my brows. I always do that first. And I'm just going to start applying this. This is my fourth KKW palette, and I will say, packaging wise, this one is the nicest. This palette is a lot heavier. It's my dog Tito. Playing with this toy. But this packaging is a lot heavier and the mirror component feels a lot more luxe. It's not like the others where it's kind of set into, I can get it open. It's not like the others where it's set into a palette. This is brought out of the packaging. So that was really nice. When I got it, it definitely felt more high quality, I guess is the word. Not that I thought her other ones were poor quality, but this one felt a lot more luxurious, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I was also able to pick mine up. I believe I got it for like in the low 30s. Original retail price, I think it was like $52. So it was more expensive than her other palettes. I think this is her most expensive one yet, actually. But it also had 2 additional shades. And then since her brand is doing what they're calling like a kind of like a revamp, a rebrand type situation, they were having this like huge flash sale where everything was like going for so cheap. Because I did not pick this up when it initially launched, because Kim normally does holiday sales. She normally always does. So I was like, I'm gonna pick it up during the Labor Day sale. And then she made this big announcement, so stuff started going on sale. I picked it up when it was in the 30s. I was really afraid that it was going to sell out, to be honest with you. I think I'm gonna go into this shade. I have already done a look with this, and it'll be over on my Instagram when this goes up, and I'll insert it as well at the end so you guys can see 2 looks. But yeah, I'm gonna go in with this shade and just kind of do this similar thing, start really building up the color story. But yeah, so I was able to get it for cheap, but it ended up going all the way down to $13. Like, that is so insane. Like, part of me was like, oh, I wish I would have waited, but honestly, I obviously would have paid the $30-some for this palette. And honestly, I really just didn't want to miss it because I know I love this formula. And it would have sucked if I would have been able to, if I would have missed out on this color story because I was waiting on a better sale. Because I know when it hit 13 bucks, it like sold out pretty quickly. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys, I think it's interesting that, you know, Kylie just did this whole like rebrand that I talked about in my last purchase or pass. And now Kim is doing one as well. I wonder if Kim's will be similar to what Kylie's was, where they're like wasn't really any change, or if it's gonna be like massive change, because honestly I felt like the aesthetic that KKW had was super authentic to Kim. So it'll be interesting to see how that like all ends up playing out, in all honesty. I'm trying to decide what brush I want to use here. Use this one. But yeah, so I didn't really feel like Kylie did like a rebrand, in all honesty, but so it'll be interesting to see like what it looks like when Kim comes back, and I hope it's soon. Honestly, I have like quite a few KKW products. I really enjoy them. I will be using her other products that I have today as well too. Now I'm just gonna go into this deep shade here, and I'm gonna do sort of like a halo eye, I think. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see where it goes, what comes out of it, that sort of thing. I know one of the big things she talked about was making the KKW fragrance accessible with the makeup line stuff, so I think that that is actually a really good idea. I have the KKW body fragrance. I think I have the body one. It's literally one of my favorite scents. It is so good. I always I've been through one bottle and then I've repurchased, and then when I repurchase, I always try to snag it during the Black Friday sale, because I think she did, trying to remember how much off she did last year. She did like 20 or 30% off. So that's when I picked it up, because it is like a $60 bottle. So I picked it up when it was on sale. Getting that deal. Yeah, overall, I really love her formula. I mean, as you guys can see, this, like, these shadows are legitimately like blending themselves out. The formula is so good, and I feel like overall the brand is so underrated, because everyone's like, oh, Kim Kardashian. Like, you know what I mean? But no, like, her line is good. I love her formulations. And honestly, I know a lot of people think that it's like boring or whatever, but like, if you know Kim, the line is straight up her aesthetic. Like, I think that it's so authentic to her and her preferences and what she likes. And honestly, like, I like nudes. So I like her line. I think that it's sleek, minimalistic. It's nice. I really like it, obviously. Doing like a dedicated video out here. I usually don't use my left hand to do my makeup. I was like, this is so stressful. I was trying, but yeah, I really love this one. And this is only my second time using this palette, but like I mentioned, I was like pretty confident that I would love the color story or love this palette, just because I know I love her formula. It's just like a different color story type of thing. I almost picked up the all matte palettes, like the honey one, and I forget the other name, because they were on big discount, but I didn't. I low-key have regrets, but like, I don't know, I'm interested, because I feel like, I wonder if some of her palettes will come back when the line comes back. That is what I'm like interested to see. Now that I got that blended out, I'm just going in with a clean brush and going around the outsides to make sure it's nice and blended. But yeah, I'm interested to see like if some of the palettes come back when she relaunches, or like how that's gonna work. Okay, I feel good about that. I think now I used this shimmer the other day, and it was Chef's Kiss. I think that I want to use this one with this look today. And how I'm gonna apply that is, this brush looks kind of gross, but I think that it's just stained. I'm gonna go in with like a dense brush, and then I'm going to dip into the shade, and then I'm gonna spray it down with a little bit of setting spray just to like give it that extra pizzazz. I'm still working on this. I feel like it's getting close though, you guys. I feel like it's getting close. I hope it is. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. It's getting so low now that I have to like hold it, and like I can't, it's hard for me to use it to wet my soap or anything because it's so low. But yeah, I'm just gonna apply this in that blank space there. That is so gorgeous. Wow. And I feel like it's not even gonna do it justice on camera. Like I said, her formula is literally just so underrated. Yeah, there is like a sickening shift that I don't think that you guys are like, the camera is not going to be able to pick it up, but it is gorgeous. I'm going to pop off, do the majority of my base, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to do my blush with you guys because I have a KKW Blush. So I'm going to do that. So it's going to be a little hip hopping around. So yeah, I'll be back. Okay, so since I've been gone, what I did was I just primed my Milani. This is the Bright Side Illuminating Primer. I primed with that. And then for foundation, I went in with the Huda Beauty foundation stick. I have this shade Custard 220N. If you saw my latest declutter, then you know my struggle with the undertone of this. It's looking okay right now. I thought I would be able to get away with it because on my Instagram stories the other day, I used a shade that normally works for me and it was way too light. So I'm finally achieving a tan, you guys. I'm finally doing it. I'm doing it. So yes, I used this today and I think that it looks nice. I ran it down my neck a little bit, but I think the color is doing okay. For concealer, I went in with my Dose of Colors. I had the shade 11 Light Medium. These do oxidize, and I feel like this looks really nice on me during this time of year because it's not super brightening. It's closer to my skin tone, which is how I prefer to wear my concealer. And then I went into my Kylie bronzer. I thought it would be fitting for today. But I went into my Kylie bronzer. I have the shade Tequila Tan. I got this on sale at Ulta for $8 when she was getting ready to do her rebrand. 100% worth the $8. Like, it is such a good bronzer. Yeah, I really love this one. Now I'm going to go into my other KKW Beauty product, which is a blush, and this is the shade Flower Wall. This was from her like bridal collection that she did. And yeah, super pretty. This packaging is really heavy, really luxurious. Like, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous product. I honestly have only used it a handful of times, but I have been in such a creamy place, which if you frequent here, you know that. But what I really love about this blush is that it is so buildable. And I'm finding more and more, you know, that I feel like our makeup preferences are always changing and evolving and everything. And what I'm really finding lately is that with like face products like bronzers and blushes, I want something that is actually less pigmented and more buildable. Like, that is my preference. I don't want to have to go in and be like, oh, and potentially mess up my whole freaking face. Like, that's not it for me. Like, if that's it for you, then good for you. That's fine. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but for my preference, I really just prefer something that like I can layer up to the coverage I want, or not layer it up for a really light wash. Like, that is the vibe. And I think that looks super pretty. I don't really know if it goes with my look as much as I would like it to, but that's okay. And then I wanted to use another KKW Beauty product just because that's, we're in KKW Beauty land right now. So this is her shimmer powder for face and body. This one's in the shade Pearl. I highly recommend these. I don't know if they're still available at Ulta, but oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. Like, they're in my, like, you know, for some people they might be too, I don't even think that's gonna pick it up, but in person, watch the fuck out. These are stunning. But for some people, I feel like it'd almost be too glittery for the face, but this is absolutely gorgeous on the body as well. Like, this is so beautiful. It melts right into the skin. Like, oh, I literally just wish you guys could see it on camera the way it looks in person because it is so pretty. But yeah, I highly recommend these. And I also think that there are some palettes still available at Ulta for half off. And I would recommend snagging them, to be honest. I thought it would be fun to show you guys the ones that I have really quickly while we're here. I have the KKW Beauty Classic palette. This is the, it's the first one that I ever bought from the brand. I bought it, oh gosh, it's probably been like 2 to 3, no, we moved, it's been at least 3 years. And this was the first one I bought. As you can see, it is very well loved. You know, we have pans, we have a finished shadow. This one is actually in my PTP right now, and I'll be going back. And at the end of this year, I'm going to try to pan all of these shades as well. But I really, really love this palette. So gorgeous, really great for every day. You can build it up into something beautiful and smoky or keep it really light and simple. This is such an incredible staple palette. And I love her matte formula. I love her shimmer formula. I love all the formulas. And then I love that one so much that shortly after I picked up the KKW Blossom palette. This one doesn't have as many pans, but you can tell it has a lot of really great use. This shimmer formula, like, this shade is insane. It's one of my all-time favorites. It is so beautiful. So we got 2 pans. We have a really nice dip here. I know you guys can't really see, but I also have a really nice dip in this pink shade. And yeah, I really love this palette, love this formula. The newest one to me is the Classic 2. When they went on sale Ulta for half off, I picked it up because I'd had my eye on it, but then I didn't pick it up because I'm not super, like, I'm not a big cool tone gal in general. So when it was half off, I was like, okay, I can definitely justify it for half off. And it is stunning. Honestly, I've only used it one time, but I absolutely loved the look that I came up with. So beautiful. I'm actually going to put it in my stack of palettes that I want to use since I've only used it one time. I'm actually, I guess while I'm chatting, I can go ahead and do my under eyes with you guys. You're probably like, gosh, just so rambly. That ADD is kicking in hard. But I'm going to go into this and fill under the bottom a little bit. But honestly, her palettes, like, the price tag might seem kind of big, but realistically, you're getting a really good deal. Like, the quality is really nice. And also, these pans are deep and they are packed. Trust me, I know. I've panned like 8 or 9 of the shadows and that shit took freaking time. So like, it's not like you're getting these little shallow pans. Like, you're paying a lot, but you're getting the product. So I just kind of wanted to say that too, that like, it's not like you're getting gypped, like you're getting a lot of product. Now I'm just going to go into this shade here again, and I'm going to run that in the center there and see if I think that'll bring a nice pop to what I'm doing. But yes, I think if you can still grab those, I definitely would. Oh yeah, that's pretty. So pretty. Love it. But yeah, I'm doing on my Instagram starting, well, when this video will be up, it started this week. But what I'm doing is I have quite a few palettes that I've purchased and I have not used because I'm just like terrible like that sometimes. And so what I decided to do was do a whole kind of like dedicated, I don't know if I would call it project, but it's like gonna be, you know, a dedicated time slot to these palettes. And I'm going to put a poll in my story, and I'm essentially just gonna be like, okay, like, I'm gonna go in and set the face here. I'm gonna put a poll in my story with 2 palettes and let everybody vote on which palette I should use the next day. And that is how we are going to get through those palettes. And then it'll be, you know, featured on my feed with a look and stuff. I thought that'd be a fun way to use ones that I haven't used yet and really just like incorporate everyone. So yeah, if you're not following me on Instagram, my handle is linked below. It's the same as my YouTube handle, so that makes it easier. But yeah, make sure you're following me over there so you can follow along. It's gonna be a good time. I love doing polls and getting everyone involved. I'm just aligning with the CoverGirl Ink It Mask. Ink It, this is like my favorite, it's so good. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead, finish everything up, and then I'll come back for the lip. Okay, I already put the lip on because I just got like totally into what I was doing and like forgot to come back to do it. But the lip that I used today is from KKW. It's the 90s Moment shade. I paired it with a really pinky lip liner. I feel like that's the only way that I really enjoy this shade because it looks like really nice, like a really nice nude right now. But on its own, and like it's the thing, it like even looks like a pink nude here, but on me it pulls like a warm brown. When I put it on my lips and I don't have anything else with it, it pulls a warm brown. And it's so weird because that's like not what it looks like on my hand, not what it looks like in the photos. So it's just like playing with my undertones. Weird. The other shade I have is this one right here, which is 90s Fashion. And this pulls so warm on me too, like a warm orange. Like it's so weird. I don't know why it does that. Sorry, I'm getting my other one out. I don't know why it does that, but I do like this formula. It's a nice matte, not too drying. Could be, I think the Bite Beauty Power Mattes are creamier. They're nicer that way. But I do enjoy these. And then the last one that I have from her line is the shade Cherry Pop. This is like the most beautiful. Okay, it looks pink on camera, but it's actually like the most beautiful deep red. Like it is so gorgeous. Yeah, the camera is definitely not doing this shade justice. But you see the warm, how warm those undertones are now, that it's like drying down. But yeah, this is her like cream formula. These are super creamy, like a little bit goes a long way because you know sometimes when you get like a really creamy formula, it gets everywhere. Little goes a long way with these. I also really like the packaging upgrade. I like this better than this. I got this like when it was like a lot newer or whatever. But yeah, that's like all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I will go ahead and insert the look that I did the other day over on my IG stories. I do a lot of makeup and makeup content over there as well if you guys want to check that out. So there's a look that I did. Here's the look that I did today. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think of this KKW Beauty rebrand and what's going on with that. Before you leave, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Really helps the channel out. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.